Thanks a lot, Aaron. You know, it is that Halloween weekend, and that is a time for trick-or-treating and ghost stories.
And boy, do we have a ghost story for you this morning. Joining us now, members of the Phenomena Police. They're all Houston police officers, but on their off time, they also investigate hauntings right here in Houston. Lieutenant Zamora is the head of this investigation unit, I guess you can say, but it all started with your house.
It all started 2 years ago when my wife and I moved into a house in northwest Houston, and strange things began happening immediately after we moved in.
What did you see?
Well, we had things like lights coming on by themselves, things moving about, appliances coming on. You would hear footsteps upstairs. You would get chills in certain parts of the house. And I started bringing in other officers to see, to verify, to make sure that we weren't losing our minds, because that's what we thought.
Now, Harry, with the lights flickering off and on, wouldn't you think that, hey, we're having an electrical problem, we need to bring an electrician in, but instead you brought the Phenomena Police in?
Well, you know, as a policeman, you're a skeptic by nature, and you're about tangible. You're not about speculation or conjecture. And so I would bring them in to check me to make sure that I wasn't just losing my mind, and there was some legitimate reason for what was happening.
Have you seen ghosts? Okay, earlier he told me you had seen ghosts, right?
What you see is shadow figures. You see like a shadow figure,
Racing
and then it's
across
gone.
the room?
And then it's gone.
Now, does it go through a wall, a doorway? And what about your kids? What do they think of all of this?
The kids were afraid at first. And have you ever, you know how they have Scared Straight in certain programs where people are taking in, well, you could call this a Scared Straight of religion, because they now became more spiritual as a result of moving in there. They were afraid.
Do you guys know the history of your house?
It was an estate home.
So do you think somebody might have died there? Do you know why these ghosts are
or maybe
there?
it was built on top of a cemetery.
Well, see, we had police cadaver dogs come out, and they actually alerted on parts of the neighborhood, of the street, the backyard, and around the street. And also, we had a ghost hunter come out, and she actually documented one of these entities or energy masses or spirits or whatever you want to call it, moving about and actually following her team members down that hallway. And the house is an estate home, and we found out later, did pass away in the house.
So do you think, are there any other homes in Houston that might be haunted? You said you've actually investigated a couple of sightings, perhaps?
Yes, other people had emailed us shortly after the story in the Chronicle, and we went out with the team behind us, the officers, and actually documented some activity in those locations.
Now, when you went out to get the team, what did they tell you? Man, Lieutenant, you're out of your mind. What do you want us to? You want us to go check out something that's not there?
Well, see, that's how it started. In fact, I actually would go to work and tell my sergeant, Sergeant Rasky, that things were actually happening, and I asked him to come out and just check to see if it was really legitimate or not.
Yeah, but you outrank him. You can order him to do that anyway.
What do you say to those people who say this is nothing but malarkey? I've never seen a ghost. I don't believe it. This guy is full of crap. What do you say to those people?
They're certainly welcome to come over.
I mean, you're going to charge admission?
No, we would never do that. No, but these officers, as you can tell, they actually witness things, and that's why they're here.
So what? Okay, I told one of these officers, come up over here if you can. Let me get you in front of the camera. Let's see if we can get you right here.
Okay.
So what do you see when you go into these homes?
Well, a lot of what I've seen is this. I came in a little bit late in the team, but the stuff I've seen is the stuff we've been able to document with the tools that we use to measure it. Electromagnetic field meters and cameras, digital cameras. You'll see orbs of light that appear in some photographs and don't appear in other photographs. And one in particular has an odd shape. Sometimes they say that these things are a result of dust in the air. But this one particular orb has an odd shape. It has a notch taken out of it.
Were you a believer before this? Did you believe in ghosts?
No.
So you thought, no way.
Right, exactly. I said, there's no way. It's people, one person says something, someone else jumps on the bandwagon, another one jumps on the bandwagon. But that's not what's happening here. There are things happening in the house that we just can't explain.
And you guys do this on your off time. We have to keep making sure that we put that point across. This is not something that you guys get paid to do. This is something you do kind of, I guess, for fun?
That's right. Well, it's not necessarily for fun, but each of us has, I guess, their own reasons for doing it. But we do it on our off time, but it's fascinating. You get in there, and once as police officers, you're presented with a mystery, you want to find out what the answer is. What's the solution?
So once you use all of this technology to figure out what it is, what are you going to do with any type of a solution you come up with?
Well, we're still looking for the solution. In fact, what we're doing is, there are a lot of things that exist that that have existed forever that we weren't always able to measure. Say, for example, like X-rays, always been in existence, but we haven't always been able to measure them. But what we're doing is trying to find ways to measure these kind of phenomena.
Does the phenomena increase in intensity during this time of year, Hallows Eve and Dia de los Muertos?
Well, it's definitely happening now. So whether they know it's Halloween or not, I'm not sure, but they're not taking a break.
Wow.
I can tell you that.
This is amazing.
This is very interesting.
Spooky at the same time. And if you'd like to learn more about the Phenomena Police, these guys, guys and ladies
That's
behind
right.
us, log on to phenomenapolice.com.
Thanks for coming in, guys. We
Yes,
appreciate it, guys and gals. And the time right now is for those folks who just are tuning in now. We just talked to the Phenomena Police, and they're investigating, some hauntings here in Houston. I am still just amazed, and you know what? I'm going to have to see it with my own eyes. I'm going to have to go to that guy's house, and he even gave us an open invitation, because I am one. I'm going to say I don't believe in ghosts, not those kind of ghosts. And so
I can see you seeing something
and running out of
unusual,
that
and then
watch out there, buddy. So I think we're gonna have to go.
Okay.
I just have to see it with my own eyes. I'm not gonna believe it unless I see it. Well, you've heard the saying.